At exactly 3:33 a.m., the wheelchair rolled across the hospital corridor by itself, and the security camera did not glitch, blink, or lie. The red timestamp burned into the footage like a wound. 3 hours 33 minutes and 0 seconds. The corridor was empty, lights humming, doors shut. No wind, no hands, no reason, yet the chair moved with purpose, wheels whispering, turning left at the nurse's station as if it remembered the building better than the living did. I was on night duty when the alert pinged my phone. Security flagged, unauthorized movement. I laughed, because you learn to laugh at night, or the night eats you. Then I pulled up the live feed. The chair stopped beneath the exit sign and faced the camera. It faced me. The chair had belonged to room 313. Room 313 was sealed after the third death. They said, cardiac arrest, complications, natural causes. But all 3 patients died at the same minute on different nights, 3:33 a.m. All 3 were paralyzed from the waist down. All 3 asked for the same thing hours before death, to be taken for one last roll down the corridor. I denied the requests. Policy, staffing, liability. I told myself that, after the third death, the room was locked. The wheelchair was tagged and stored. I signed the paperwork. I watched the door close. I slept badly anyway. Now the chair was out. I left the desk and stepped into the corridor. The air felt colder, tighter, like a held breath. Fluorescent lights stretched the floor into a pale river. The chair waited beneath the exit sign, angled slightly, as if impatient. Hello. My voice sounded too loud. The chair did not move. I checked the storage room. The tag lay on the floor, string cut clean, not torn. The lock hung open, untouched. No forced entry. No alarms tripped. The building log showed no access card swipes. It was as if the chair had decided to walk itself free. I wheeled it back, hands trembling. The vinyl seat was warm. I told myself someone had played a prank. I told myself warmth lingered. I told myself anything. At 3:33 a.m. the next night, the chair moved again. This time it did not stop at the exit sign. It rolled past me. I chased it, shoes squeaking, heart hammering. The chair turned right, then left, choosing paths like a mind at work. It headed for room 313. The sealed door stood at the end of the hall, metal plate bolted across the handle. The chair slowed, aligned itself, and bumped the plate once. Twice. On the third tap, the plate slid free and clattered to the floor. I froze. The door creaked open. The room smelled of antiseptic and something older, like rain trapped in stone. Moonlight cut across the bed. The chair rolled inside and stopped beside it, angled perfectly. Who's there? I whispered. The bed dipped. I saw impressions form, as if invisible weight pressed into the mattress. Knees. Hips. A torso settling. The chair's footrest snapped down. The wheels squealed softly as weight transferred. A voice breathed into my ear. Take me. I ran. The next morning, the plate was back on the door. Bolted. The chair sat in storage, tag intact. My report earned me a look and a gentle suggestion to rest. Night duty does that, they said. At 3:33 a.m. the third night, the chair did not appear on camera. Instead, Room 313 did. The feed showed the door opening by itself. The bed indenting. The chair rolling in from off-screen and stopping. Then the camera angle shifted, panning slowly, as if guided by a careful hand. It showed me standing in the corridor. I was asleep at the desk. On the footage, my head lifted. My eyes opened. I stood and walked with the calm of a sleepwalker. I followed the chair. I woke to the sound of my own name. Take me, the voice said, patient, practiced. I stood in the doorway of 313, body buzzing, mind fogged. The chair waited. The bed was empty. The room felt full. I can't, I said. Policy. The laughter that followed came from everywhere and nowhere. Policy is for the living. Hands I could not see pushed me down. The chair caught me. Straps tightened around my waist and chest, buckling themselves. Panic flared. I tried to stand. My legs did not answer. Temporary, the voice soothed. Just to understand. The chair rolled. We moved through the hospital at a speed that mocked wheels. Doors opened ahead of us. Lights flicked on. The chair did not bump or wobble. It knew every seam in the floor. Where are you taking me? I gasped. To the end, it replied. Then back. We reached the exit sign. The red letters pulsed like a heart. The chair turned to face the camera. Look, the voice said. I saw the feed overlay in my mind, the timestamp burning. 3 hours 33 minutes and 0 seconds. I saw myself framed, strapped in, eyes wide. I saw the chair tilt, just enough to whisper danger. 3 wanted one last roll, the voice continued. 3 were denied. You denied them. I was following rules, I cried. Rules are doors, it said. We are corridors. The chair rolled through the exit sign and into darkness. I woke on the floor at the nurse's station at dawn. My legs tingled, numb and waking. The chair sat beside me, still. The tag was tied neatly. The storage lock was closed. Security reviewed the footage. At 3:33 a.m., the camera showed an empty corridor. No chair. No me. They said it was a nightmare. Room 313 remained sealed. I requested a transfer. Day shift. Pediatrics. Light and laughter. The request was approved. I packed my locker, hands shaking. At 3:33 a.m. on my last night, my phone buzzed. Unauthorized movement. The chair rolled out one final time, stopping in front of me. The vinyl seat was warm. The straps hung open, inviting. The exit sign flickered. I smiled, because you learn to smile at night, or the night eats you. Just one last roll, I whispered, and sat. The wheels turned, and the hospital seemed to lean closer, listening. As we moved, memories surfaced that were not mine. Hands gripping armrests, tears swallowed, the ache of wanting motion when the body refused. Each corner carried a sigh. Each door held a farewell. The chair gathered them like static, like prayer. Why 3? I asked, voice steadier than my heart. Because patterns persuade, the voice replied. And because you were kind enough to be cruel. We passed rooms where monitors blinked, each beep a small promise. Faces slept, unaware of the bargain being made in their halls. The chair slowed at the elevator. The doors opened without a call. We descended, the numbers glowing like bones. In the basement, the air thickened. Old tiles, old pipes, old grief. The chair stopped before a mirror left from another era, its silver backing cloudy. In it, I saw myself as the patients had been seen, small, contained, asking. "Now you know," the voice said. "Let me make it right," I begged. "I'll take them. I'll roll them every night." "Too late," it answered gently. "Understanding is the end." The chair spun, faster, faster, until the mirror shattered soundlessly. Darkness poured out and wrapped us both. I felt the straps loosen. Sensation rushed back to my legs like fire. "Go," the voice said. "And remember." I woke again at dawn, this time in my car, engine cold, keys on the seat. My phone showed no alerts. The hospital loomed quiet behind me. I never transferred. I stayed on nights. At 3:33 a.m., I walk the corridors and offer rides. I break policy. I smile and push and listen. Sometimes, when a chair rolls by itself, I step aside. Because the wheelchair still remembers. And so do I. They never notice the small changes. How the exit sign hums louder at night. How cameras hesitate. How a chair left crooked is straight by morning. Administrators call it maintenance. Doctors call it stress. Patients call it mercy. Sometimes, a new nurse asks about room 313. I say it's closed. I don't say it listens. I don't say the walls lean in at 3:33, waiting for footsteps that keep their promises. Once, a man with shaking hands asked for the longest hallway. I took him. We laughed at the shine of the floor, the way motion returns a piece of you. When we reached the end, the chair stopped on its own. The man slept before dawn. I logged nothing. At 3:33 a.m. tonight, the corridor is empty. The chair waits. I wait with it. We are very patient. If you ever see a wheelchair move by itself at 3:33 a.m., don't run. Don't film. Don't deny. Ask where it wants to go, and mean it. The hospital is older than your fear, and the night keeps accounts with interest. Push gently. Turn carefully. When the ride ends, say thank you. Then walk away. The wheels will stop. For a while. Because corridors remember footsteps, and chairs remember hands. Because time bends at 3:33. Because some promises learn to roll. Sleep well. Keep lights on. And if you hear wheels whispering behind you, know this: it's only asking for one last roll, and it hates being told no. Trust me, I learned the hard way, counting seconds, counting breaths, counting turns, until 3:33 arrives again, punctual, patient, waiting. Tonight, tomorrow, always, the wheelchair waits, and so do the halls. At 3:33, amen.